Hello and welcome to Odds on Ligue Matchday 31. We are looking forward to seeing PSG in the semi-finals of the Champions League. But before that, we have to talk about the French League. Alain Valnegri still with the fight for the Champions League with Monaco, Lille, Nice, Lyon and Strasbourg fighting. Probably also Olympique Marseille. And be careful with Saint-Etienne. Big surprise in the derby. They beat Lyon and they are level on points with Le Havre.
Yes, we have a fight for everything except the title. We have the fighting for Champions League, for the Europa League, for the conference, and we have 6 teams for 3 spots in Champions League. And after, if Paris Saint-Germain will be win the Coupe de France, the position 7 the table will be a Conference League spot. And already Strasbourg is the team in that position. We will see, but it's interesting because every journey we have something change in this Ligue, and the fighting against relegation and to catch the play out is hard with Saint-Etienne, Le Havre, Angers, and Nantes. In spite of the draw against Paris Saint-Germain, Nantes still in a risk.
Let's talk about everything, guys. Remember to leave your comments and, of course, press the like, subscribe. Let's go on now with the show. And let's start with the game. We have on Friday Nice. PSG also played a midweek game against Nantes. They drew, of course, they won the league, as you all know. So their only focus is the Champions League semi-finals with Arsenal. It's a good opportunity for Nice to put some pressure since they are 5th, only 2 points behind Lille. And finally, they finished their bad run, Alain, beating Angers the previous weekend.
Yes, it was a good opportunity for Nice to go back to a positive row, because in the last five games Nice is in a trouble, because except the winning against Angers, is a team do only 2 points in 4 games, and in the key moment in the season have that type of average of points can be a limit for Nice. Nice was in a Champions League spot during a lot of time in this Ligue, and right now they're fighting against Lyon to catch the Europa League more than the Champions League. In spite of that, PSG have the focus in Champions League clearly. Luis Enrique is doing turnover. We saw that in Nantes yesterday. The team don't want to take risk, because a semi-final with the state of form the team are since the beginning of 2025. Now there must to follow that flow, and for that reason I think the team will be really concentrate to this game. The team suffer. Team with a direct play, and in my opinion, Nice can be score, PSG can be score, and for that reason I choose both teams to score. Odds 1.67.
All right, let's see what PSG does against Arsenal. Great semi-finals of the Champions League, of course. On Saturday, 3 games: Strasbourg, Saint-Etienne, very important for Europe and for the relegation. Strasbourg is 7th. They are coming from back-to-back draws, but against Monaco or Nice, so great rivals. And Saint-Etienne, Alain, unexpected win in the Rennes derby against Lyon, taking opportunity of Lyon hurt, of course, after the KO in the Europa League. And, well, they are level on points with Le Havre. It's not easy. They have Monaco next, for instance, for Saint-Etienne, but, well, they have to fight every single game now.
Yes, it was a surprise, but Saint-Etienne play with spirit. We saw a team, normally when a team is fighting against a relegation, one of the key is the spirit. We have team with bad spirit or a spirit totally dead. We have team with that hungry to fighting, to compete until the end. And I felt that in Saint-Etienne against Brest last week, against Lyon, 4 points in the last 2 games for Saint-Etienne. And finally, Stassin is running and score with a really high frequency. To try Stassin scoring during the game is a good opportunity, is a risk, but is a good opportunity. But the problem for Saint-Etienne is that there will be play against the second best team in the last 10 games in Ligue 1. Strasbourg are brilliant. Right now, Strasbourg have 24 games in the last 10 games, and just 5 goals received in the last 10 games is amazing. Is the best team, right? The best defense. Is not the case of Saint-Etienne. Saint-Etienne concedes. Saint-Etienne is the worst defense when they're played away. For that reason, I choose over 3.25 goals, odds 2.06.
And Saint-Etienne fighting with Le Havre to stay in Ligue 1. Le Havre lost to PSG and to Rennes in the last 2 games, and Monaco also fighting for the Champions League spots, drew with Strasbourg, but still they are third, 3 points away from Nice.
And that one is one of the most unbalanced game in this weekend. What we can feel about Le Havre. Le Havre is in a trouble. Le Havre, especially when they played at home, is the worst version of Le Havre when they played at home. It's the worst team in Ligue 1 with only 10 points in 15 games when they played at home. Monaco, when they played away, is not the best version, but Monaco is in a good state of form. We saw Monaco in the last games, except the game losing in Brest. In the last 7 games, only 1 defeat in Brest, and a defeat arrived in the last minute. And they catch good results with winning the derby against Nice, winning against Olympique de Marseille clearly 3-0. Is really favorite for this game, Monaco, and Le Havre will be trying to defend a lot. Monaco is pushing. Monaco attack a lot from the wing. And when we check the average of corner between both teams in that type of game, we can try to play the market of the corner. For that reason, I choose over 9.5 corner odds 1.74.
All right, and the last game on Saturday, also very interesting one. Lyon won because Lyon probably they are still shocked by the KO at Old Trafford in the Europa League. It was a very difficult week for them out of Europe, lost the derby, but they must react to catch the Champions League spots. And Rennes, Alain, nothing to play for. They are safe, but they keep climbing in the table.
Yes, the fans of Lyon is one of the most upset fans in Europe this week, because in 3 days you lose in Old Trafford a game when you have 2 goals in advantage, and that one is really hard. And after you go to Saint-Etienne, the eternal rival, and you lose this game 3 years after the derby is back. That one. In the management of Fonseca is difficult to avoid, to erase that mistake they do. It's important to have the skills to the capacity. What I learned is a young team. Lyon have a lot of young players, but in the management of the results, really bad in Old Trafford. And in Saint-Etienne, I think the team arrived with a strong trauma in the forest, and they lose an important game because Lyon is fighting to be back to the champions. Now Rennes arrive in Lyon. Rennes is better since Bay arrived. I think we saw the best version of Rennes when they played away. Clearly, Bay give a strengthness in defense, and with that one, the team have players to attack in transition. And in spite of that, I think it is not enough to win or catch positive results in Lyon. Lyon is hungry, and Lyon, in my opinion, will be win this game. For that reason, I choose Lyon winning odds 1.79.
Okay, games on Sunday, Alain. Angers Lille is the next one, also important for both sides. Angers 3 points above relegation, 6 defeats in the last 7 Ligue 1 games, and Lille in the fight for the Champions League. They beat Auxerre with Jonathan David scoring a brace, and also they beat Toulouse in the last away game.
Yes, important game for Angers. It's clearly a key game for Angers, because when we check the team are involved in the fighting against relegation, who have the bad spirit right now? Angers, Le Havre, Nantes, or Saint-Etienne? I can't choose between Angers and Le Havre. And both teams are really weak at home. There are really difficult schedule until the end of the season, especially Le Havre. But Angers must have a reaction, but quickly, fast, because the team is impossible for them to sink and stay with that average of points to pretend to save the category. It's impossible. And Lille arrive in Angers with a good mood, with 2 victories in the last 2 games. The feeling is better. I think the trauma after the Dortmund is resolved in Lille. Lille is really favorite for this game, and for the fans of Lille is a good memory to go back to Angers, because in Angers they won the game when they won the Ligue 4 years ago. It was the game gave to the team the title. For that, I think the energy is for Lille. Lille will be win in Angers. Lille winning also 1.7.
Nantes Toulouse is the next one. Almost nothing on stake here, although Nantes still need to get mathematically the salvation. They are 4 points above Le Havre after that point against PSG. Toulouse falling in the table. 5 consecutive defeats for them now.
Yes, Toulouse is the end of the era of Martinez. It's clearly the team don't have really any goals now for this end of the season. Maybe the rivalry with Nantes is hard, because few years ago in a playout, Nantes and Toulouse, Nantes, we can say that, stole the last game at home with the clearly favor of the referee, and Toulouse was really upset when they saw not when they play in 𝗲𝗲𝗀, and for that there will be take a revenge. Nantes is involved in the relegation fighting. Yesterday they catch a really important point, but in spite of that, in my opinion, Toulouse will be suffer. In spite of that, the bookmaker give Toulouse favorite, and I don't understand how and why. For that reason, I choose double chance, not 1x, odds 1.67.
Montpellier Reims is the next one. Well, here I guess we should go for Reims to win, of course. It's 1.9, so they stay in Ligue 1. If you don't understand the odds in the previous game, Alain, still these ones are quite high for Reims. 3 wins in the last 4 games. Montpellier, 11 consecutive defeats.
Yeah, Montpellier is virtually in Ligue 2. It's official now, but his signs 6-7 journey. The team don't give sign of rebellion, of life. The team is dead. Montpellier is totally dead. And for that reason, I think Reims is a key game for Reims. Reims is a difficult season. We wait another version of Reims. Their start good. They have a really bad moment. And right now, there are only 5 points up to the relegation spot. And that one is the best opportunity to send a message, to take a probably significant advantage, because if Reims will be win, we can understand Saint-Etienne, Le Havre, and Angers play against team with European ambition, and probably there will be lose. With a victory, Reims will be saved the category, and the motivation is really high. Is not the case of Montpellier. And for that reason, we must to try to choose Reims winning odds 1.85.
Indeed, Lens Auxerre is the next one here. Both teams mid-table. Is gonna be very difficult, Alain, for Lens to qualify now for next season, despite the last win against Brest.
Lens is a strange season for Lens, because normally Lens in Bollaert in his stadium is really strong, and this season they do 5 points more away than in Bollaert, and that one is what is the problem? What is the problem? What is the limit? Lens is the team with less both team to score since the beginning of this Ligue 1. Is a team able to win 1-0, but is a team able to lose 1 or 2-0, include at home. We saw that against us. We saw that against Strasbourg, losing against Le Havre. The last 5 games was an interesting schedule for us to try to follow the train of the European fighting, but they lose this train. And against Auxerre it's an open game. It's an open game. In my opinion, the model of play, the style of play of Auxerre will be disturb a lot Lens. But Auxerre in the last 2 games, I don't know if they lose a little concentration or they lose something, because it's not my 𝗵𝗵 team in the last 2 games. Against Lille, against Lyon, 3 goals received, only 1 score, 2 defeat. Where is the problem? I think 𝗵𝗵 motivate another time his team during this week, and is one of the surprise of this week for me. Auxerre will be lose in Bollaert. I choose Auxerre, double chance, odds 2.39.
And the last game, Marseille-Brest. Marseille second in the table, 5-1 against Montpellier. In the last game, trying to finish their bad run. They have kind of an easy schedule, Alain, until the end of the season. So this is a must win for them to finish second and qualify for the Champions League.
Yes, Marseille have a schedule to go back to Champions League.
Yeah.
No excuse. If Marseille don't go to the Champions League, the responsibility of the 𝗪𝗲 and of the team will be massive. Because after that, we have, yes, a game in Lille, but after that, Le Havre and Stade Rennais is in 6 points for Marseille. If they can win against Brest, is 9 points. And with 9 points, Marseille will be catch a Champions League spot without the necessity to go to the playoff of the Champions League. And for that reason, there must to win this game with quality to recover his relationship with the fans, because the last 6 weeks are not so good in Marseille. We wait something more about this team. Probably the 𝗪𝗲 have the best squad in the last 10 years in Marseille. You have a lot of quality. It's complete, this squad. And don't go to the Champions League, sincerely, will be a big limit for his career. And for Marseille, in the financial analysis, if Marseille don't go to the Champions League, I think the owner start to thinking a little about the way to working in Marseille, because so many emotion and in my opinion affect some player. Brest do a brilliant season. Brest do a Champions League where it was one of the surprise of the Champions League. Brest is out about the fighting for European spot. Brest play with the mind really free right now, and for that reason I think we will be see goals in Velodrome Sunday night. I choose the market of goal over 2.75 goals, odds 1.70.
All right. Well, guys, remember that you can post also your tips in Oddspedia and participate in our tipster competitions, or also participate in rivals. Alain, let's go with your safe bet.
Montpellier, Stade de Reims, Reims double chance, odds 1.30.
And the ACCA?
Strasbourg, Saint-Etienne over 2.25 goals. Olympique Lyonnais, Rennes 1. Angers, Lille winning for a total 4.07.
All right, Alain Valnegri, thank you. Thanks everyone for watching. See you very soon. Bye bye.